Big Z Reviews. Fighting with My Family is a new take on the classic sports genre, the sports film, where the underdog gets to rise through, become a champion. And this one is about professional wrestling, like WWE and like the smaller districts, the smaller really, I'm not quite backyard wrestling, but definitely not anything approaching WWE. And that a young woman that has to fight to become a diva champion, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh wait, I know you. You're from that weird family, aren't you?
We're not weird.
We don't like wrestling.
How do you know if you've never been?
I've never had rectal bleeding before, but I'm pretty sure I'm not a fan of that.
How about I shove her head up your ass and then we can find out? Hello?
My name is Hutch Morgan. I'm calling from WWE. We'd like both of you to come try out for us.
It's all fake anyway, isn't it?
What?
So Fighting with My Family was written and directed by Stephen Merchant, and he also plays the father of the girl that's going to marry the brother. And he does a really good job, especially with the script. Like, the directing may not be as good as the script, but I really liked all the dialogue. It felt really real. And I liked, especially, it's really funny, especially everything with the family, but then also hit all the emotional notes really well. And I think it's great with afterwards I watched there's a documentary that's called Wrestlers Fighting with My Family. And that documentary actually Dwayne Johnson saw while filming, I think, Fast and Furious 6. And he wanted to do the story. He produced it, and he really fought for this, the story to be told about, Paige, the famous female wrestler. Although I think she retired like a year or two ago, and there's some shenanigans with her. But I mean, she is an interesting character. And I liked wrestling as a kid, but I haven't really watched like a full event for over a decade. But I know my brother is still a big wrestling fan, so I know some stuff from him. And so we watched the film, and we both really enjoyed it. And like I said, it's based on a true story. But there's definitely stuff that's manipulated for the Hollywood film. I think probably the biggest change from what I could tell would be the timing. Like, there's a lot more time went by, while she was at NXT. In this one, essentially she goes from NXT to being, right away to WWE. But in the actual story, she's, the NXT champion for a while. There's more time in between that, but you have to make you have an hour and a half or minute to actually do this, so you have to cut some things out, and everything it did, I think, really works. The Knight family, which is a family of wrestlers, they play the dad, Ricky Knight, played by Nick Frost. He is hilarious in this role, and I really like also Lena Headey as the wife, mother, Julian Knight, and you have Florence Pugh as Saraya Knight, and who becomes Paige, and then you have Jack Lowden as Zack Knight, and he is the thing that they both had this dream, although it was almost more Zack's dream to wrestle in the WWE, and that Saraya, she kind of gets stuck in because they needed a wrestler for the young women's fight, and so that she started wrestling, and then she started really enjoying it too. And then you see when they're adults, they want to really, try out for WWE. And when they get their chance, they don't take Zack, but they take her. And it causes a lot of strife within their family relationship. They all love each other, but now she's going to America and she's going to live out the dream, and he has to stay home. And will he go into a life of crime? Will he break down like his older brother, half brother? Or will he keep doing what he should be doing? And he does a lot of good, with teaching kids how to wrestle, even a blind kid. And I mean, what they do with it, I really liked. And I mean, they have some stuff with, when she's actually training. There's a lot of training montages, but I liked what they did, and I liked how they had the whole idea there that the other girls are there for tits and ass. They're models and dancers and stuff, and that she's kind of an outcast. But then is she an outcast because they all hate her, or is she an outcast because she's kind of making herself an outcast? And I mean, I liked a lot of stuff they did with that. Like they could have been easy to go this one route, but they take it and they expand on it, and I think it's really down to the writing, Stephen Merchant, that is very intelligent and very well crafted. It hits all of the well-worn sports movie tropes, but it hits them really well. And you don't have to like throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like you use the ones that work and you change the ones that you want to change. And I really like everything they did with it. Like the behind the scenes stuff with the wrestling, I think was very interesting, and it created a great movie that I would highly recommend. Like, I really love this. Like it's when they want to hit the emotion, they really hit it well. Like it can be. I shed some tears in this film. It really hits the emotion very well, and then it hits when it needs to be funny. It's incredibly funny. I think one of the funniest scenes is when the dad is talking to one of the other wrestlers about what he'd be willing to do in like a hardcore match. And it's just hilarious. Like, I almost would have liked more funny scenes, but at the same time, like they did were important to the actual story. But like those funny scenes are hilarious, and the whole all the training things with Paige, they really work too. And I really like the actress and all the actors. I really liked everything about this film. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I probably give it like a 9 out of 10. I would highly recommend this, even if you're a wrestling fan or not. Like, I think even if you don't like wrestling, you can really like this movie. But thanks for watching. You can either play it from my head and scratch me that Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z movie review. Thanks for watching.